If for some reason you haven't already heard, the cat's out of the bag. Or should I say the spider's out of the web?
That's embarrassing.
Anchora may very well be Overwatch's next hero, a creation by Efi, a character that was just revealed by Blizzard yesterday. She is a prodigy child from Numbani, she builds helpful robots, and the initial assumption was that she might be the next character in Overwatch. However, because Efi is an 11-year-old child and it was just confirmed that the interview takes place in present-day Overwatch, Efi will not be a playable character. That is ruled out entirely. Blizzard is not going to make a game where you're killing a child in any capacity. But that still leaves us with the possibility of her making something. She is a prodigy that builds robots, specifically helpful robots. She built little drones and robots to do chores for her around the house and to help her family. And now that she's got a bunch of grant money, she plans on making a brand new project that remains a secret, but nevertheless is going to be helpful to people. So that's where the breadcrumb trail ends. We know about Efi, we know she builds robots, and that's it, right? Well, not exactly. Taking a look at her concept art, we see this distinct face paint pattern around her eyes. And what's interesting is that we have seen this pattern in the past. It was in fact shown in Sombra's origin trailer. In that trailer, we see this image when she has been discovered for hacking.
It was an addiction, but for the first time, someone noticed her.
We also see that image later in the trailer. That eye icon is connected to the Numbani flag icon, which is connected to the design of what appears to be a spider mech, and also connected to an image of Doomfist Gauntlet. So we've got the Numbani flag, we've got Doomfist Gauntlet, those are both established already, but what is this spider mech? Where is it coming from? Well, now that we know Efi is a character from Numbani who builds robots, drones, and potentially mechs, that is where the missing puzzle piece might all be coming together. We've seen spider-looking mechs in the past. Genji was sitting on one during a trailer. Early Overwatch concept art shows two spider mechs, a large one and a very tiny cute one. We also saw several spider tanks in the original Overwatch trailer on display in the museum. And then an early gameplay mock-up revealed at BlizzCon showed what looked to be a spider tank shooting a laser. So between Efi being a robotics creation genius, the Sombra trailer with Efi's eye paint attached to the design of a spider mech, and the plethora of spider mechs that we've seen in past Overwatch trailers and concept art, the theory has been growing strong that a spider mech created by Efi is going to be the next playable hero. However, this afternoon, those hopes were almost dashed. During DICE 2017, Jeff Kaplan was talking about the development of Overwatch, and he mentioned while showing this artwork.
And I need to say this for our subreddit so it doesn't implode. No, the hero in the center is not the hero who you think it is.
And again, a lot of people assumed that this was one of the spider mechs that potentially could be built by Efi. However, if we take a closer look at a high-res version of this image, we can actually see that this isn't a mech at all. In fact, it's a humanoid character, the same one seen in this concept art right here. That lady is this character. So all Jeff said was that is not the spider mech that people were assuming it was. And now that we've got clearer image of this, we know it's just some other character who may in fact be another hero in Overwatch in the future. So the spider mech theory still holds water, and it's actually further enforced by a leak that came out in early January detailing some upcoming content for Overwatch. In this leak, the person claimed that there would be a Lunar New Year celebration, which did in fact happen. He also claims that May's origin story is coming next. We don't know whether or not that's true, and then another claim was that Doomfist was not going to be the next hero, which this has been more or less confirmed by Jeff Kaplan the other week. And finally, the leaker claimed that the next hero would instead be a female Omnic quadruped codenamed Anchora. Top all of this off with the fact that the next hero that we're likely looking at is going to be a tank or defense hero, given that since release we have had Ana, a support, and Sombra, an assault hero. For the sake of balance, we're looking at tank or defense for the next hero. And I can't imagine anything much more tanky than a giant mechanical Omnic or whatever spider character. So, with all this information tying together, we've got Efi who builds robots, we've got the presence of all sorts of mechanical spider units in this game, the fact that Efi's concept art has paint around her eye that ties to an image from an early Sombra trailer that is directly connected to the design for a mechanical spider, all of this is pointing in the direction of this being the next hero. Efi will be building a mechanical spider that helps people. So let's say for argument's sake that it is a tank. In fact, just taking a look at the leaked potential name, Anchora, Anchor, that sounds very tanky. Something that holds your team down or holds the enemy down. So what could this hero potentially do? Well, could assume that it might climb walls given that it's a spider, but even more so, looking at the name and the fact that it might be a tank, I would say it might potentially provide a slow for the team, maybe by tossing a web on the enemies. It could even potentially disable characters by jumping on them as a spider would. It might have some anti-incoming damage abilities like a shield, but not an actual shield. Maybe Anchora just spews out a large web that absorbs incoming projectiles. Or maybe even this is a damage over time hero, given that it's a spider and it might apply poison to the enemies. There's all sorts of possibilities, and all of these interconnecting parts, this web, if you will, it seems to be more than just a coincidence. Regardless of whether or not it's going to be the spider tank Anchora, a giant mech creature built by Efi, or neither of these, it is expected that we'll be getting more information about Efi, her creations, and the potential next hero in the upcoming weeks. So, stay tuned. All right, everybody, that does it as we wrap up all of the information we know about this potential upcoming hero so far. I'd love to know what you guys think about this theory, about these details, and please let me know if there's anything that we may have potentially missed. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a good one, and until next time, I'll see you later.